question then is, what do we do when they come out? How do we plan for the time when they ultimately come out? And what will they do when they come out?
America's most notable prison officials have recognized that Aleph has developed the most significant rehabilitative program for Jewish prisoners in the history of the United States prison system.
We're going to come home, all of us. We want to restart our lives and our families. And if rediscovering your Judaism is part of that rehabilitation, then Aleph is the next step. Aleph is the answer.
Most importantly, Aleph has brought me here. Coming to the Rabbinical College has been a tremendous experience for me, and Aleph made it possible.
We are the most significant link in the chain of creation, that God brought us here for a purpose. And even when we go through the greatest suffering, we can come to the highest levels.
It's not just your religion, it's not just your culture. It goes to a higher level. You know, you're a Jew, you're special. And this gives them a sense of belonging. It helps for them to get through and serve their time and come back and be a fruitful person. Religion, I think, is a way to do that.
I looked around me and saw life and learning together and discovering Torah together and discovering their religion together. And you see specifically what it is you walked away from.
I had never heard of Aleph Institute before I came to prison, and since I've learned of Aleph, I think it has a tremendous effect on people.
Coming to Aleph has been like going back home, going to a family.
My mom said there was a big surprise at the house. And I was like, what is it? What is it? And then we said, is it Dad? Did he come home? And we opened the door, and there he was, staring at all of us. We were all crying.
Not only has it taught me to love my family and realize how much my family loves me, and it's given me a second chance at them, which is very important.
I have two small children that have no clue that my husband is incarcerated.
Fields has really developed into an organization that is just there to help these families survive this ordeal. Everybody makes mistakes in life, but the families are the ones that suffer.
I don't want any woman to ever be alone the way I was with my children, with no support from anybody. I didn't know where the next meal was going to come.
If Aleph wasn't available for family members in the community, then life would be a lot tougher.
One thing that Aleph is always mindful of is that at the end of the day, we're talking about a human being here who doesn't need to be caged as an animal, but can otherwise repay his burden in a productive way. It is not only the inmate that suffers, it's the inmate's family. And in many instances, they really weren't the ones who were the responsible party or otherwise. And Aleph essentially reaches not only to the inmates, but to the families of those that are incarcerated.
The way that I would help another family would be to tell them to come and meet the people here at Aleph.
They help you to go through the period of your life with dignity, with respect, with love, and you are never alone. You are really never alone.
We've bought clothing for children of prisoners. We've paid rent for families of prisoners. We've sent food to families of prisoners. We've given them everything that they need in order to retain their dignity.
To Aleph, it doesn't matter who you are, where are you coming from, what happened. You are just the most important person to them.
When Aleph began this program some years ago, I did everything I could to encourage it. I think that it is one of the most forthcoming initiatives we have today in the penal area.
And to save one person is like saving the whole world. Imagine saving thousands of people on a regular basis. Because when you see the eyes of the families that you help when their loved ones are in prison, and that thank you, and that feeling of love and compassion, there's nothing greater and nothing that gives you a greater sense of satisfaction than knowing that you've been able to put some joy in that sadness.